All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Kylie Wilson, and I will be your instructor for COMM660, Communication in the Organization for Fall 2020. This is going to be well, it probably won't actually be weird. I'm used to saying that for my undergrad classes because they were supposed to be in person, they're online, but everything online is probably what you're used to. So it's not going to be a weird semester. It's going to be a great semester. Currently, my email is kw0059@mix.wvu.edu. That is in the process of being changed. So I am just using my email from my PhD when I was a student here, only because I have called and they have not assigned my new email. I'm sure it'll end up being something like kylie.wilson@mail.wvu.edu. But I can't say for sure. So sticking with the student one for now. As soon as I know my email credentials, I will go ahead and let you know. I will email it to you. Virtual office hours are going to be, sorry, I hate when my phone is connected to my computer and I'm recording and it's a mess. Sorry about that. Virtual office hours, Tuesday, Thursdays from 11:30 to 12:30. You can email me anytime though. It doesn't have to be during those times. And we can either set up an appointment to Skype or Zoom or whatever, or we can chat via email. Whatever you need, just let me know. For this course, you will need the Organizational Communication for Survival 5th edition by Richmond, McCroskey, and Powell. Fun fact, McCroskey and Richmond, I believe, both taught at WVU for many years. And McCroskey passed, I don't know, years ago. But as a doc student, anytime like lights would flicker in the office, we'd all say, oh, it's just McCroskey's ghost. It's okay. We're good. So not really a fun fact, but kind of a fun fact. So in this course, it is communication in the organization. So we're going to explore roles of communication in the organizational environment. And we're going to apply it. We're going to analyze these patterns and then apply it for competent communication. How can we make organizational communication better? So by the end of this class, you're going to be able to understand components of theories, how to describe how to apply these theories, understand the value, and analyze situations to select appropriate communication. Okay. You can read the department learning objectives. You're adults. I'm not going to read them word for word for you. Course requirements. You have to have stable internet connection. Okay. We're not going to Zoom in each week or anything unless you need that. But it's not like an undergrad class where we're going to meet face to face. I know you are probably working a full-time job and doing this as well. That's a lot of information, or a lot of, not information. You have a lot of things going on, right? But what I need is that you're going to have stable internet access so you can turn things in on time, okay? Online can be very intensive, so keeping up with the readings, keeping up with the coursework is and should be a top priority. Check and receive, or check course announcements, and then work independently. You have to be able to work independently and be motivated. I know it can be really hard. You know, you work a full-time job, you get home, all you want to do is sit and relax, but you're like, oh God, I've got this assignment due. You have to be self-motivating, okay? If you start running into issues, contact me. I think I'm pretty easy to talk to. I am pretty young still, but I've been through a lot of stuff in my life where I've had to be self-motivated, and I've had a lot of stuff going on that if you need help with anything, talk to me. Let's get this worked out. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to make sure you succeed and can be as successful as you can be. Assignments. So there's going to be 3 types of graded assignments in this course. The first is your discussion posts. These are due by Fridays each week, and they're 100 points. You have a midterm exam worth 25 points, and it's such a low number because I'm not basing your knowledge and competence on how well can you regurgitate this information. They're application questions, and I want you to apply concepts, but that's why it's 25 points when discussion posts are worth 100 total. You have a theory presentation. It is 50 points in total. And an application paper. This is where a big chunk of your grade is coming from as well, applying it. And that's 100 points. And then a final exam as 25 points. So 3 types. You've got exams, presentation paper, and discussion. Okay. No late and or unauthorized emailed assignments will be accepted. So say I have something due the week before Thanksgiving. And I don't know, West Virginia has a bad snowstorm. Maybe you're not even in West Virginia, but wherever you're at has a really bad storm. I mean, it's hurricane season right now. Maybe you're in Florida and a hurricane happens. Iowa just got hit with a land hurricane. And I know that sounds stupid to call it that, but that's literally what experts are calling it because it had that much force. You could see the destruction from space. Like, it was crazy. I'm from the Midwest, so I'm on the Illinois-Iowa border. When I grew up, that I still get news about Illinois and Iowa all the time. But say something happens and your power's been out all week. Email me. So a week before Thanksgiving and the discussion will close or whatever. Email me as soon as you know something is wrong. You got to keep me in the loop because if you let me know too late, there's nothing I can do. And I want to be able to help you. Okay? So just let me know. Discussion posts. There's going to be 11 discussion posts. You're asked to make 10. You get 1 freebie. Okay? It will not penalize your grade. And discussion posts are listed as DP and then a number in the syllabus. So make sure you know that that's the abbreviation I use. All right. The prompt that you will be asked to answer each week is discuss 2 concepts or ideas. So refrain from discussing theories. Choose concepts, constructs, ideas from those theories. Don't talk about an entire theory because 1, that's going to take too much time. 2, we do have a theory presentation and a theory application paper. So you're basically going to be handing somebody else their assignment. Okay, so don't talk about a theory. Talk about concepts, constructs, ideas from the reading and how it applies to your organization, corporation, work, community, industry, etc. Okay, what I say is best is to, or what I think is best is what I should have said, is to type these discussion posts in Word and then copy and paste them into eCampus. They do not have to be double spaced. That was from a different assignment, but it should be 1 full page in length, double spaced if you were to double space it, right? So I'm not saying you have to type that much, but if you were to double space something, it should hit a full page. It should be 12-point font, 1-inch Roman, 1-inch margins. Couldn't think of the word. Sorry. And include in-text citations. So I like to use the following steps. So briefly explain the concept or idea. And then step 2, relate it to how you see it or observe it or use it in everyday life. Okay. You have to do this for 2 separate concepts. Okay. And that's worth 10 points. You do not have to comment on your peers. I don't require that. However, if you think something is interesting or you think something could be added, feel free. Okay. Midterm exam, you're going to be required to complete a midterm exam. It's worth 25 points. And lets me know that you understand the concepts, but also that you can apply these concepts, okay? Like the discussion posts, exams, so it's the same with the final exam. I'm not gonna go through the final exam about thing. Like the discussion posts, the exams are open from Monday at 12:01 a.m. until Friday at 11:59 p.m. So this is where it gets a little tricky. I know you are working a full-time job, but I am also working technically right now 2 full-time jobs. Not being like, ooh, I'm doing more. It's not anything like that. I'm not trying to snub you or anything, but I need my weekends for grading. I don't have a social life anymore. Because I'm working 2 full-time positions with the university, I need those weekends for grading. So I can't wait for things to be due at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday and have everything back. I'm teaching 3 classes that are undergrads, and I've got a graduate section as well. So I need things due during the week. I do apologize for that. I know you were working a full-time position. Most of these assignments, like the midterm exam, at most should take you 2 hours. And it is a downloadable document, so you don't have to complete it in one sitting. With the midterm and the final, you can download it on Monday and work on it bit by bit throughout the week. And that's totally acceptable. For the discussion posts, I always suggest making your original post on Monday, getting it out of the way. And you won't have a discussion post the week of an exam week. So I'm trying to help you out there, but I do apologize. I just have to have everything turned in by Friday because my weekends will be spent grading. Okay? Theory presentation. This is another assignment that you'll have. This assignment is why you are encouraged to refrain from discussing theories in detail for discussion posts. So essentially, you're going to teach one of the theories covered from the book to your peers. Okay? This presentation will require you to choose a theory and email me which theory you have chosen. I highly suggest doing this, flipping through the book, seeing what theories are in there, and picking one and seeing if you could relate it to your own organization, because that's what you have to do for the application part. You're using the same theory. But once you have emailed me your theory, you will email it to me. Once a theory is chosen, I mark it on a Word document that I will post on eCampus, and nobody else is permitted to use that theory. Okay? This theory presentation is worth 50 points, and it's due by November 20th. Okay? So it's due the week before Thanksgiving. And I know that sounds kind of crazy that you're like, oh, why couldn't it be due the week after? Because that's when your theory application paper is due, and you're using the theory. So a lot of the information you use and find for the theory presentation can be used in the application paper. Okay? So requirements for the theory presentation, there are 4 sections, and each section is worth 12.5 points. So it'll be a 10 to 15 minute video of you presenting your theory. You can record this on your laptop. You can record this on your iPhone. If you have children, have your child record it for you. I have had students in the past come up with some crazy and creative ways. One of my students had a smart TV and recorded his presentation using his smart TV. It was crazy. I need to refrain from using that word. It's not a good word to use. It was wild. It was very interesting, something I wouldn't have thought of. So 10 to 15 minutes of you presenting your theory. You need a PowerPoint slide, Prezi slide, Google Slides, some sort of visual aid. If you want to make a flip chart, that's fine. You need some sort of visual aid that I can see, okay? While you're presenting, if you're using a flip chart or a Prezi or PowerPoint or whatever you're using, it can be in your presentation. It doesn't have to be. I think it helps, but it's not a requirement as long as I get an emailed copy of it. If you're using flip charts, take pictures of each individual page and email them to me as attachments if you can't fit them all into the submission to turn it in online. You have to have an e-handout. This is an electronic document of your main points, concepts, constructs, or ideas of the theory. Think of this as a cheat sheet. What should everybody know when learning this theory? What is going to help them, learn this? And it's just bullet points. This is not something that needs super in-depth written out, okay? Make sure it's organized, and if you use any outside sources, make sure they are cited and you have a reference at the bottom. And then a short activity. This could be a game, a scheme, a venture, anything like that that's going to demonstrate your theory, okay? And just write up basically like game rules. Here's the activity I would do. I also want you to explain this short activity in your presentation. So your presentation should consist of, this is the theory. This is how we've seen the theory used. You're going to have to do some outside research for this a little bit. So make sure you put it in a reference page. This is the concepts of the theory. Here's how these concepts are used. And then here's an activity. If you have 5 people, maybe you have a sibling, a spouse, and 3 children, because we can have 6 people together as long as we're social distancing. Maybe you get them together and you have them do the activity. That works for me. You don't have to, but like if you want to. But make sure you talk about your activity. Here's what I would do. Here's how this would be applied. I know it might seem a little weird, but it's going to help you understand your theory so much better. The application paper is using the same selected theory from your presentation assignment, and you're going to write an 8 to 10 page paper. You need to have an APA formatted title page, a reference page, and those are not included in your page count. So if you have 8 pages, you'll add 2 more because you have to have the title page and the reference page. So that'll be 10 total. If you're at the full 10 pages, then you'll have 12, okay? They're not included in the page count. You have to have 8 full pages of text, meaning when I download your document to look at it, I should be able to click on the bottom of the page and then hit enter and it'll take me to the 9th page. Okay? So make sure you are following that guideline. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep yawning. You need an introduction, a synthesis, and/or review of the literature surrounding your theory. Again, use outside sources. You can use your book. You should use your book, but use outside sources as well. Application of the theory to your organization and conclusion. It should be written in 12-point Times New Roman font, double-spaced, with only 1 space after punctuation, 1 inch top, bottom, left, right margins, and following the 6th edition APA. If you were brought into a program and you were taught on the 7th edition, totally fine, use the 7th edition. There's not too many differences between the two, to be honest. I have a 7th edition book, but I'm stubborn, and the 7th edition didn't come out until fall, maybe spring semester of my last year of my PhD. I'm going to use a 6th edition for at least another year. It'll be good. You will need to use in-text citations and a reference page for your sources. You do need to cite the book, both in text and reference. A breakdown of the paper is listed in the syllabus. It's also listed on eCampus. This is due by Friday, December 4th, because during finals week, I need time to grade them, okay? Breakdown of the paper, you can see it's got rough page numbers, and then the application of theory. There's some ideas of ways you might be able to explain your theory in your paper. You don't have to use all the ideas I've listed. You don't have to use any of them. You can use different ones, totally fine. That's just kind of an idea since this is maybe one of your first classes you're taking within this program. And then final exam, during the last week of class, you will be required to complete a final exam. It's worth 25 points total, and it is the same as the midterm exam. You answer questions from the readings. I just want to see how you apply things, okay? It's 25 points. It's not worth as much as like your application paper. I am so sorry. Why I keep yawning, I have no idea. The course is out of 300 points total. You can read the inclusivity, disability, academic integrity statements. If you are a person who needs accommodations, please do not hesitate to reach out. I will be more than happy to make accommodations. You just have to let me know how I can help, okay? You do not have to tell me what disability you have. You can share it if you feel so inclined, but I'm not going to ask, and you do not have to disclose that information. I'll just have to you'll have to contact the Office of Accessibility, and then they'll email me. So Just a heads up. All right. So for many of the weeks, the main assignment that's due is the discussion post. Midway through, we've got the midterm exam. At the end, right before Thanksgiving break, we've got a theory presentation. After Thanksgiving break, we've got the application paper. And then we've got the final exam. Okay. So with that being said, everything is color coded. All the things show the time they're due, Friday at whatever date, by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are not in West Virginia or in Eastern Standard Time, make sure you know, okay, if this assignment's due by 11:59 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm in Oregon, that it's not going to be due until 3 hours after, right? So make sure you're aware of that. With that being said, that also means that if assignments open at midnight, they're not going to open until 3 a.m. in Oregon. Okay. I'm just using Oregon as an example because I was there recently. Okay. If you have any questions over anything, please do not hesitate to reach out. I just finished a graduate program. I was on campus, so it's a little different than what you are currently doing, but I just finished one. I know the struggles. I mean, granted, I wasn't working a full-time job and doing it. I was teaching, which wasn't, I don't know, they say it's not full-time, they say it's part-time, but it's a full-time job basically. So I was doing that and doing a dissertation or taking classes and stuff. So it is hard, and I just did it. So if you need anything, just let me know. I am here to help you. I'm here to make sure you are successful, not only in this course or this program, but just in life in general. These are skills that you can definitely use. If you need anything and you need to Zoom, again, email me. We'll set up a time. I'm pretty easy to get along with, I feel like. Again, that sounds biased. I'm sorry. I'm pretty personable. I enjoy helping other people, which is part of the reason why I wanted to go into teaching and becoming a professor. So if you need anything, I'm here for you. Okay. So just let me know what you need. All right. I look forward to working with you this semester. Bye.